Hey, Melissa.
Hey Matt, how are you?
Good.
Good. How you been?
Good. Busy with all these storms,
Yeah?
but kind of getting back to normal. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah. Yeah, same thing. Storms were wild. Wild. Did y'all get damage out there?
I've got to replace all the soffit in my house, and I had I had a little bit of. It was weird. I didn't have flooding, but I think it was just the 12 hours of water blowing against the side of the house. My baseboards all kind of popped away from the wall, so I pulled them all off. Bought a dehumidifier and a bunch of floor fans, and dried everything out for a few days, and I just tacked it all back on. So,
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Yeah, it was a little nuts.
yeah.
How you doing, Miss Katie?
I am all right. How are you?
Good seeing everybody. Lori went on vacation and she's like, "Can you take my spot?" I was like, "I can do it." It'll be
Of
like old
course.
times.
Hang out with the cool kids again.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I know. I
All
can't
right, so
believe that it's the beginning of November already. I feel like I've just lost all of October.
I think it's because the hurricane sucked them out into the ocean and then just did whatever they wanted to with them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Marty.
Yeah, I think we still have hurricane lag here, but we're getting through it this week, right, Katie?
Yes, absolutely, for sure.
I managed to get the Halloween decorations outside like 5 days before Halloween, and I pulled them all right back down.
Oh my God.
Somebody had Christmas lights on their house before Halloween in my neighborhood, and I about revolted. Like,
So we picked up a little tradition from some friends to go through the whole hassle of putting up a Christmas tree. We have a fake tree. We
Yeah.
bum this off of them. It actually goes up November 1st with no ornaments, just a tree with lights, and then on Thanksgiving we decorate it. That way I feel like I got my efforts worth out putting that dang thing up because I hate it.
I like that. I'm on board with that process.
Yeah.
I can handle that.
But I got
I
nothing
can
on the
do
outside
that.
of the house. And I don't put up any other decorations yet because I feel like our style of decorating is to take crap and throw it on shelves and tables that happens to be Christmas themed. And man, I look forward to spring when all that stuff gets put away and all of a sudden your house looks bigger and nicer, you know?
It definitely is chaotic and stressful. Like, it's pretty and fun and very festive, but then you're also like, good God, can this end yet?
Yeah.
No, I'm on board with that.
Yeah. And then January, there's nothing until what? Halloween?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends where you are. You got to put your big Gasparilla wreath on the door if you're in the city.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I try to avoid the city like the plague during Gasparilla. Like, I know better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't think about that. It's all at once, starting at Halloween, all the
Mhm.
way through the end of the year.
Boom, 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 boom.
I mean, some people keep their trees up all year round, Matt, and decorate for every holiday, like
I
Valentine's Day.
I have seen that.
That.
Actually, I think my wife's office does that. They change it up every holiday.
And I'm like, what?
There you go.
I think if you're gonna do that, it needs to be a palm tree. Like, at least own it to be Florida and do Florida decorations, and that's fine. But if you keep your Christmas tree up and do different decorations, now you're just a fool.
Yeah, not a Fraser fir.
No, none of that.
I believe the Brooksville D7 office does that.
What?
I've definitely been there and seen St. Patrick's Day decorations on their tree before.
Oh my.
No.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, I
sorry,
could
I
bring
forgot
some.
about St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then,
Easter.
yeah, Easter
Easter.
or Earth Day or National Bike Month, whatever you want to do, your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little bicycles on your Christmas tree.
See, I would do that. That would be fun.
Oh, that's too funny.
We don't do a Christmas tree in our house because there's a cat who thinks he belongs on everything that's a solid surface, and for some reason he thinks trees are solid surfaces. So rather than have a fire hazard, we don't have a tree. I recommended getting rid of the cat, but that was not a popular opinion.
Oh. Oh.
It's okay. He means well or something.
something.
It's the lie I
Something.
keep telling myself.
Mhm.
Too funny.
Oh, shoot, I forgot I'm still running this. Oh. I've lost track of things. I know that we're the day after the election and we're also still time traveling, kind of everybody. Hi, little one. Do we want to give a couple minutes for more people? Do we think more people are showing up?
Maybe a minute or two.
I also want to point out that Vice President Harris is about to give her concession speech, so I would not be surprised if people are tuning that instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Had no
Wasn't that
idea.
it's supposed to be at 4 o'clock? Or are you
Oh, is
telling
it?
me it's
I don't
literally
know.
about to happen?
There's a YouTube live stream going, but nothing's happening, so maybe it is supposed to be later. I don't know.
I got notice it was 4 o'clock, but I don't know. I feel like, people might want to see that.
And Washington, DC, is that Central or Eastern time?
It's Eastern.
Yeah.
So they're with us too. Yeah. They're on an hour behind us.
No.
Well,
So Matt. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, it's okay. I wasn't saying anything important.
I was just gonna say, Matt, please introduce us to this little cutie patootie eating her cheese stick.
This is Maddie. She's the youngest. Just turned
Matt.
2 last week. Maddie, you gonna say hi? There you
Hey,
go.
Maddie.
She got shots today, so she's in a bad mood.
Ugh.
I get it.
How many of them do you have?
She's number 3. Got 9, 7, and then
Wow.
this one.
Wow. Lucky you.
Yeah, I am lucky. I feel very lucky. We would keep having them, but I feel like that ship is sailing.
So I got notice she's speaking at 4.
Okay.
So just
Wow.
for you guys who are interested.
Then in that case, let's get started and be out by 4 so people can watch that if they so choose.
Yes.
Cool.
It is 3:02 by my clock. I almost said 4:02 because now I'm jumping ahead an hour. And welcome to our November University CTST meeting. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you missed my little spiel at the beginning of all of this, I can't believe that we're already in November. I think I've lost track of all time and sense of meaning. I imagine that is a sentiment shared by many. So grateful to see you all. Very happy to see your faces or not faces. If we want to go around and just do introductions, my name is Katie Godwin. I serve as your vice chair. My day job is emergency operations coordinator at the University of Tampa. And with that, pedestrian and bicycle safety and kind of safety initiatives as a whole sort of fall out under me, which is a lot of fun, which is why I'm here. And I'm just going to go down my list of people that I see on my side of the screen. So Brenton, you are up next.
I am Brenton Mosier from USF Qatar.
Wonderful. Got Brian.
Hey, Brian Gerke with International Student Support with USF World at USF.
Very cool. We got Anthony.
Anthony Schmott with JMT, consultant to DOT.
I've got I can't see their first full name, but the last name starts with an F. I see CHR. So if that's you.
Christina.
Good afternoon. This is Christina Bolnoy. I work with Lochner.
Eric.
Hey y'all, Eric Henry with FDOT District 7.
Miss Kathleen.
Hi, good afternoon. Kathleen Kopiak with University of South Florida Center for Student Wellbeing.
Awesome. David.
David Liller. I'm with HCC Ybor City Campus.
Welcome. Marty. Oh, did we lose
Hi,
Marty?
everyone. Marty with the University of Tampa, Energy Solutions Manager.
Awesome. Matt.
Hey guys, Matt Belmonte with Gresham Smith. I'm also going to chime in and add some info for TPD today since nobody from the department was able to make it.
Thank you. Nicholas.
Hi everyone, Nicholas Innes with Element Engineering Group.
Thank you. Sean.
Sean Jacques Taylor, acting sergeant with the University of South Florida Police Department.
Welcome. And then Melissa.
Yep. Hey, everybody. I'm Melissa Shepherd with JMT. I am filling in for Lori when she's out. Just to let everybody know, the meeting is being recorded. And if you're not speaking, please mute your mics.
Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty, well, we will get started with the review and approval of the October 2024 minutes. I believe those came out recently, sometime last week, week before. If you had not had a chance to review them, please do so.
Yeah, vote to approve.
Awesome. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thanks. Thanks, Marty, for your first, Matt, for your second. We can also review the problem areas that we've discussed in the past. So these are areas around, in and around our campuses that present a concern, whether that be traffic safety or pedestrian safety or just general safety as a whole. So our first one is the Lois Avenue crossing at the HCC campus on Dale Mabry. I know that we haven't had an update in a while. Do we have any more information about this one? I know some of them are on hold. Okay. Hearing none, we'll just continue to monitor this and see if we can get some more information as the time passes. It looks like there may be some activity later on at the end of this year with what they've got going on. And USF, your intersection at Bruce B. Downs and Holly Drive with some lighting. I know that I think Officer Marchesano was on deck with something, and I know we haven't heard from her for a bit. Any other updates?
I don't have an update, but I'll ask her and get an answer for you.
Awesome, thank you. And again, there's not really a time crunch on this, so we'll just continue to have that on our space and keep looking at it. And I think we come to UT's campus. Marty, do you want to walk us through Kennedy at Willow and Delaware?
Yeah, no updates. I'm going to keep an eye out, as we mentioned last time. If there's any, water buildup, I'll contact the drainage department with the city of Tampa. I did notice on the way back from lunch today, though, that just north of Kennedy, Willow is blocked off. I couldn't tell how far up it is and blocked off, as far as Willow Avenue, north of Kennedy, how far up there it's blocked off. But I'm thinking it could be related to the water lines being replaced on Kennedy, but I'm going to scope it out and check it out a little bit closer on Friday this week and see if we might have anything else, any other reasons why it's blocked off. I'm hopeful that the city took, we did, as we talked in earlier meetings, we provided the city with where we would like to have some stormwater inlets, and one of them is right there at that area where it's blocked off. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it and update the group as we see any changes, positive changes. And North Boulevard, I was so excited the last meeting that this other grant, the Unite Boulevard grant, is being worked on. I'm hoping that Josh Blackman could, keep us updated on that project as we go through these monthly meetings.
Awesome, thank you. And back to the little bit about Willow, I just pulled up. I remember seeing a notice from the Tampa Mobility Department. They're doing some utility maintenance, and the initial end date for that was October 31. I would imagine it has gotten significantly pushed back. So the rerouting of that has come through our campus. So we're seeing increased vehicle traffic in our area, but that should resolve itself once that area becomes less construction heavy. Awesome. Any other problem areas? So we talked about North Boulevard. We'll keep an eye on that and see where we can go with that project. Does anybody have?
I'll just add on that North Boulevard. We're kind of working now to see if we can get Josh to come and present on that project. We're going to ask to the group. We're trying to have a little bit more of like a presentation element to our meetings. So I thought that would be a great, just to give us an update, give us kind of the whole laydown on the project for everyone who wasn't here, the meeting when he talked about it.
That would be awesome. We would love that. And I like the idea of moving more towards presentation pieces. Does anybody have any other areas in and around their space that they've identified as problem areas that we need to add to this list? Okay. Hearing none, we can move to our activity reports, our law enforcement partners. Who would like to start?
This is Matt. I can go for TPD. Just a couple of quick updates. Our DUI grant from FDOT goes before City Council on November 17th. We're really going to push to try and get that signed off on by the mayor and back to FDOT before Thanksgiving, so we can put some additional staffing out there for Blackout Wednesday. And Katie, this would be kind of in your wheelhouse here. It might have been Addie who brought this up to Ellen Snelling, who passed it along to me, but I guess you've got a business across from campus that's selling like large bottles of nitrous oxide, like felony amounts of nitrous oxide. So just want you to know, I did get that complaint. I put it in the hands of our plainclothes guys, and I'll be following up on it to make sure that we can get a resolution to that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We had a pretty substantial conversation about that this morning in our Cleary committee, effectively. And one of our former TPD folks reached out and said that they haven't seen it on the streets, which is fine and fair. But we have seen, I think, no less than 5 reports on campus right now of that. And some students are just small amounts, some are pretty substantial amounts. So yeah, that would be fantastic.
We haven't come across a lot of it on the DUI side yet, but I have definitely seen it out there on social media. I can't, there's even a name for it. I can't remember what it's called, but these kids are carrying around the bottles and doing it. So I know, I mean, the old name is Whippets, but the cool name for it now, I don't know what it is.
I think Galaxy Gas is the brand that they're all using. So I've heard that one the most. It's like the flavor, giant, like cool branded flavor ones that you see.
Yes, those are the ones I've seen. You're right.
Awesome. I just remember seeing some like bright blue, like the color of my pen, picture of like 12 of them that got seized from a room the other day. I'm like, good God. Galaxy Gas. Okay. You know, it's fun when things come back around in cycles.
Is this like the Whippets of old days of our generation?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's the same thing, but they're maybe even bigger than they used to be. They're flavored now, so you can get cotton candy, brain cell depletion.
Yep. And they're doing like the small ones that you would use at like a Starbucks to charge a whipped cream can, and then there's some that are just all in one usage component. So they're making their way. I heard it was a TikTok trend, so who knows how long that will be lived.
That is it for TPD, though.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Hearing none, bicycle pedestrian reports. Brenton, do you want to kick us off?
Sure. Let's see. Jason Jackman was at the Into USF last Thursday on Halloween for a bike ped safety event. And if Brian wants to talk a little bit more about that, you can go ahead. And other than that, we have been fairly quiet. All the stuff that we've been working on, got kind of shuffled around with hurricanes and stuff. But unrelated to this, I did help participate with a couple of different elementary schools in their rescheduled walk to school day events around Hillsborough County. So that was kind of fun.
Wonderful.
Oh yeah, just to chime in. So it's no longer Into USF. They've kind of left the university, but it's now International Student Support. Sadly, not a very good attendance, and we put a lot of heart into it. Even did a really neat Halloween video to try to get interest and gave out candy, but we built it and they did not come.
That is a bummer.
It is. Sometimes you just don't know what to do to get them through the door, and you try all kinds of creative things, but sadly, yeah, it was not a winner in terms of numbers, unfortunately.
I also want to add, this has some bike ped applications just outside of campus. There's a project on 50th Street between Holly Drive and Fletcher Avenue for some intersection improvements. And you can make public comment. I'm going to post that. That is from Hillsborough County. They're adding a new traffic signal at Holly and 50th Street, and then they're adding turn lanes at Fletcher and 50th to help make those turns, and hopefully they'll have some good bike ped accommodations for that as well.
Sweet. That sounds like a good idea. I'm not terribly familiar with that area, but I think additional signals are fantastic. Usually.
There's currently, and I don't know exactly if they're going to take it out, there's currently an RRFB right at that intersection for pedestrians to cross. And so if they're going to replace the whole thing with a signalized intersection, I imagine they might just use the signal for the crossing instead of the RFB, but I'm not sure about that.
I wonder if that would make the timing of that space a little bit more smooth rather than the ad hoc person arrives.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very cool. Other bicycle pedestrian reports.
I have a couple of kind of little things I can mention. It is going to be the Great American Teach-In this month, I think on the 21st. So if anybody is not aware of that or isn't planning on participating, maybe look into it. It's not that hard to get involved. You can reach out to local schools in your area and see if they have anything going on, offer to volunteer. Then you get to go out to a classroom full of kids, have some fun. We can support as well somewhat with materials to hand out. We have like comic books for kids and stuff. So we're happy to support on that front if it means getting more folks out at more schools in our district. Other than that, kind of like Brent mentioned, not a lot going on. I think in December things are going to be pretty busy on the kind of outreach front for us. But I can also mention, thank you, Brenton, for reminding me of this earlier. The MAD is hosting a walking event throughout this month. Step into a safer holiday, they're calling it, I believe. Yeah, step in. That's IN apostrophe to a safer holiday, which is basically just like a virtual report your steps taken throughout the month. I think their goal is 100 miles is the objective, and there's prizes. You can get like t-shirts and stuff. So I'll drop a flyer for that in the chat if anybody's interested in participating.
Sweet,
I think that's all that I have for this month. Oh, and then just the holidays coming up, so be cognizant of that. It's going to be the worst season for impaired, distracted, drunk driving, whatever. So just be aware of that.
Yes, a good reminder for all. On the University of Tampa side, we were notified in late October that we achieved the bronze designation of a bicycle-friendly university through the league, which was really fantastic. So all of our work that we put in through the last 2 years, and then hugely helpful with this group that really sort of skyrocketed us forward, was successful. So thank you so much for all the things that you provided to us and all the support you provided. We would not have been able to be successful without you. So thank you. And yeah, we're just really excited about it. We put up a note in our press release on our website. So if you have not read it, I can forward it to you if you care. But we're very excited about that. Yay. And then we'll just continue to wait for that report to come back and see what are the ways that the league thinks that we can continue to move forward and improve, and we'll start taking action that way as well. Before I move, we're good to move beyond our activity reports. Hearing none. Awesome. Melissa, will you lead us through our fatal crash maps, please?
Yes. Okay. All right, so Lori gave me her notes here. So from January 1st to August 21st, there have been 14 fatal crashes. At the last CTST, from January 1st to July 17th, there were 12 fatal crashes. So there have been 2 new fatal crashes since the last CTST. Both were in a 1-mile proximity to the USF campus, and one was a pedestrian and one was a bicycle. So for the bicycle fatality crash, the pedestrian, wait, did I say that? For the pedestrian fatal crash, I don't even know what I said. It occurred on July 16th at 9:41 p.m. The pedestrian fatal crash was on East Bears Avenue and Seaford Court, not at the intersection, in dark, lighted, clear, and dry conditions. The vehicle was traveling eastbound on East Bears Avenue. The pedestrian was walking across East Bears Avenue from north to south. mid-block, not in a marked crosswalk. As the pedestrian walked into the inside lane, the vehicle struck the pedestrian. For the bicycle fatal crash, this occurred on July 22nd at 7:24 a.m. The bicycle fatal crash was on Bruce B. Downs Boulevard and East Bears Avenue at the T intersection in clear day and dry conditions. It was a petacycle. I don't know what that means. The crash occurred because a bicyclist was improperly crossing the roadway against a red traffic light and a red pedestrian stop hand. Based on testimonials and physical evidence presented, the bicyclist was in violation of the Florida State Statute 316.130. A pedestrian shall obey the instruction of any official traffic control device, specifically applicable to the pedestrian unless otherwise directed by a police officer. In total, there were 14 crashes through our August 21st. Same period in 2023, there were 7 fatal crashes. So the University CTST area is up by 7 crashes in the same time period.
Wow.
Yeah. Not great.
No, not great at all. Thank you for sharing. Those are some big numbers.
Yes.
Any questions about what Melissa has shared? Okay. Hearing none, we will move into our open forum announcement pieces. We do have to vote on a new chair today. We need to figure out a location of our December meeting. And then I have a personal question from UT that I was asked to pose to the group. So Eric, is there a preference for how we roll this? Do we want to vote last? Do we want to do that first?
No, yeah, let's get it out of the way now since it's on the top of the docket.
Wonderful. How do we do this?
Well, we've had one volunteer who has stepped up, Marty, who's here today. So it's a pretty simple. I think we don't even need to do a vote. I think since Marty is the only one who's stepping forward to take on the role, I think we can just have a quick, if anybody is opposed, let your voice be heard now. Hearing none. All right. Congratulations, Marty, our new chair for the University CTST group. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Well, thanks so much. I have tough shoes to fill with Kathleen and Katie, but I'll do my best and don't be afraid to patch in if I'm a little off base. But thanks so much.
Very excited to see how you lead us forward. Self-serving question for us. We try to meet every 2 or 3 meetings in person, and December is slated to be our in-person meeting. Because it is the first week of December, we are still very much in full swing and have very little in terms to offer parking. But we didn't know possibly USF if you would mind hosting us again, or if that is not an option. Are there other suggestions for where we can gather? And the decision does not have to be made today, but we would just like to pose the question today.
I can check. I know Officer Marcisano has been helpful in securing the UPD roll call room, and that seemed to have worked out when we met there for folks, and parking didn't seem like too much of an issue. That will be our what week is that? That's like, it was supposed to be our test-free week, but then we got rid of test-free week, so it's like technically still class week, but I think it'll be a little quieter on campus. We've just got some like de-stress programs and things like that. So I will definitely check and see if that's available with Nicole's help, and let everybody know.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then we'll figure that out. And if that doesn't work, then we will brainstorm in a different location. And either way, we will let you know well in advance of the 4th. So don't fret, we will gather somewhere.
Hey, Katie, real quick, if USF falls through, if you just give me as much notice as possible, I can always try and get that roll call room in our District 2 office, which is right there by Busch Gardens. We use that for Tampa Alcohol Coalition.
Oh, perfect. We will put that on our backup. And yeah, we'll try and give you as much notice as possible, knowing that there are like the holidays and everything in between. Awesome. Thank you so much. The last piece that I need to ask of you all is we are in the middle of our budget cycle. Now that we have put a lot of effort into our pedestrian and bicycle friendly initiatives, and we are doing an assessment of our campus infrastructure, and our building is now up, we've got a new parking garage and all of that good stuff. There has been interest expressed in doing a traffic study of some form or fashion, some sort of like traffic safety component, and I need to put in sort of an estimate in terms of budget for what that may be. And I thought you all are brilliant experts. And I thought I could call on your expertise of like what a good range for that would be. What sort of recommendations are there for people who do that, particularly on an urban university campus? Thoughts? Or you can reach out to me offline, which is also acceptable.
Yeah, I was going to say I can't personally. That's not the part of the biz that I'm involved with exactly, but we've got lots of super smart folks in our office who I'm sure can quickly give you a ballpark if maybe you want to set up like a quick talk with some of our engineering folks. I bet we could get that done.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Perfect.
The December CTST should be on the 4th, man.
Thank you. Okay. Are there other thoughts, questions, comments, things we want to highlight for our group today? Things that you're really excited about before we gather in December?
I'll just share, we had a successful National Collegiate Alcohol Awareness Week. When was that? I don't know. In the middle of October, right after we kind of were regrouping from the hurricane, October 21st through 25th. And so we had our big mocktail mix-off event that we do every year on that Wednesday. And Janine from MAD was there, and our UPD office was there doing like the field sobriety test, and obviously Janine talking about MAD. We had some other alcohol safety activities, and then we had student groups that created some fun mixed drinks. And so we had a really good turnout at that. I think close to 200 students came by and participated. So, so that was a lot of fun. And then we did some Halloween safety outreach that week in the residence halls, which was fun as well. And then this month we're going to be doing some additional messaging around Thanksgiving, like we're talking about with like Blackout Wednesday and everything. So we try to push some additional messaging about having a plan and some resources for students. So yeah, just trying to finish this semester strong.
Kathleen, did you have this, did you say at the Marshall Center?
We did, yes.
Wow, 200 people? Amazing. You
Yeah.
got to share your secrets with me.
I know we have, that's a good location for us. So yeah, so everything we can ever do with you all, Brian, and the international students, happy to collaborate too. So
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Any other brags, highlights, things you need help with?
I'm not sure when this is, and maybe Eric or someone knows the date, but I know the first week of December also MAD hosts their annual candlelight vigil at the Mission Hills Baptist Church in Temple Terrace. And that's always a pretty impactful event, you know, where they remember the victims of impaired driving that year. So if you can, when we get the day, we can put that on our calendars, and as many people can attend to support MAD.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, excited to see all of your faces. I'm glad we are all vertical after the very exciting end of September, beginning of October fun that we had in our area and community. We will figure out where we are gathering in December and push that out to you. And then if you have anything that you need from us, we are always around to answer questions and answer emails. But otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of November, a happy Thanksgiving. It looks like the tentative date for MAD is the 5th of December. So it'll be the day after our CTST meeting, assuming that that holds. So we can talk about it again then. But have a wonderful month, and then we'll see you next month. And congratulations, Marty.
Congrats, Marty.
Thank you. Y'all
See
have
you
a good
guys.
one.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.